Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos from me. So today we have a unicorn look. Right now I'm using 3rd degree silicone on my forehead just to make the little hole where the horn comes out of my forehead. If you don't want this like big gaudy thing on your forehead, that's totally fine. That's what I wanted, but it's up to you. So I'm just taking that and just blending it. It's really thick in the middle because obviously I have to make a hole there and make it look like it kind of, you know, the horn grew out of it. 3rd degree silicone is 2 components, an A and a B. You have to mix equal parts of A and B together, and the second you mix them together, it starts to cure. So you want to mix it like right when you're going to use it. And also, you can't touch A and B together, so you need to, I use like popsicle sticks. I use one for A, one for B. I do not cross-contaminate them because if you do, it'll start to cure everything in the whole bottle. So you definitely want to make sure that you try really hard not to cross-contaminate either one. Or, I mean, it's pretty expensive product, so it would just suck to like cross-contaminate it and not be able to use it. Anyways, moving on to the white paint. This is the Kryolan TV paint stick in white. The code for their white colors are 070, so that is the code for that. And I'm just putting it onto my neck, my chest, and down my arms. As you can see, I wanted it to be more white towards like on my neck and then kind of fade down my arms and stuff and just kind of like disappear, and my face being like the whitest part. I'm using my IT Cosmetics foundation brush to blend all of this out. I find that this brush just does better. Brushes do better in general to me personally blending out cream colors. I'm sure there are people who like beauty blenders, but I just don't like it, so that's why I use a brush. And you can definitely add layers of this product. That's why I love using this Kryolan one, because it just works so well. It doesn't get like cakey and nasty looking or anything like that. You can just really build it up and get to where it's just super opaque. And yeah, so taking little scissors and very carefully I was trimming the silicone on my head now that it is dry. You don't want to touch it until it's dry because I mean obviously it's just gonna be like gooey and just a mess, and it just ain't cute. Using my NYX Primal colors in hot black, I decided to use that to contour my cheek area. If you go in a little bit too dark, don't worry about it, just go back in with some white paint like so. Or, you know, if you go out a little bit too far, anything like that, just go back in with some white paint and just fix it. That's the good thing about makeup, you guys. Everything is pretty much fixable. I mean, it's pretty awesome. And then I decided to take that along the bottom and clean up the contour area as well. The other color I'm using is the Hot Fuchsia. And then taking the black again and a bigger brush, I'm just going down my neck. Same kind of situation with the white paint where it's kind of darker at where my jawline meets my neck, and then it just fades down. And I took some of that Hot Fuchsia onto the neck as well. Using the Hot Fuchsia, I am just carving out my collarbones. This was kind of a last minute thing. Idea, I guess. If I would have been planning this out from the beginning, I wouldn't have done my neck first. So keep that in mind, that if you really, I mean, it was pretty, you could see it pretty well, but if you really want that to be like something really noticeable and just like a punch in the face, don't do your neck first. That way you can go in a little bit lower and a little bit lighter on your neck. Taking the hot black, I am just adding in a little bit of dimension and depth so that the parts that are shaped like V's are darker than the rest of all the shading. If that makes sense, darker and thicker. And to do this, I'm literally just using a little blending brush for my eyes. Really get creative with makeup, guys. Like, just because something says it's for your eyes, like a brush or whatever, use it for whatever, you know, experiment, see like what it can do if you use it on the rest of your face. It's pretty fun to get creative. So now I'm going back in with more of that white and just buffing that in. So what kind of Halloween tutorials do you guys want to see? Like, I'm so curious. I am like gearing to make a whole bunch more. So if you guys comment me, DM me, whatever, and let me know what you want to see, and I will definitely make that happen. At this point, I was looking in the mirror and I'm like, wow, I look like a freaking alien. Like, I could be an alien. And I could have like totally pulled it off. So I was like, maybe that's going to be a tutorial coming up soon. I mean, I would need a bald cap and all that, which I have. So yeah, and you know, not a horn coming out of the forehead, but whatever. So anyways, going into my primal colors again, I'm using the yellow one. I just kind of made like a shape going out towards my hairline. You can do whatever shape you want. You could not put anything on your eyes. It's up to you. I did all these multicolored dots on my lid, but then I actually ended up not liking it. So I took the white and just put like a ton of white dots everywhere to kind of dilute some of the color because I felt like it was a little bit too colorful. Now taking the hot black again, I'm taking a really small detail brush and just running it down so that it's darker at the top by my eye and then lighter as it goes down. Then using my finger, pushing it into the pigment and just pushing that onto my eye. I really, really like this look, this effect, all, you know, whatever you want to call it. So I do it quite often, but do you? And now I'm just using Colorpop's Liberty. It's a super shock shadow. It's a silver one. And I just made some more lines that you really can't even see. And then I'm pushing that all over my lid. Then I went in with a teal cream color and put that into my crease. And then I decided to do some of the lines with that because you couldn't really see the silver very much at all. So I thought, why not make our unicorn a little bit more colorful? And then I patted more black on there just to soften it a little bit at the top so it wasn't like just teal lines up there. Now I am putting some highlight on. This is just Cocoa Bling from Artist Couture. It's a really pretty highlighter. It has a little bit of gold in it, so I thought it went really well with this look. It's totally beautiful, but yeah. So I took a regular makeup sponge and ripped little like divots in it, little holes, so it kind of looks like craters. And I dipped that into my black primal color from NYX, and I'm just patting it. You don't want to swipe or you're not going to get this like veiny, weird looking effect. And that's what I really wanted. So I decided to just pat it all over my forehead, around like where on my nose, where the horn's coming out, down my shoulders, as you can see here, and my arm. I just thought it was kind of creepy looking. And then on my neck as well. I mean, like, isn't that kind of creepy looking? I don't know. I thought so. My contour area, it just looked like veins to me, like black veins. And I don't know, black veins to me just says like creep factor. So now I'm taking these little jewels that I got from Michael's or Joann's. I think Joann's actually. They're already sticky, so I didn't have to actually glue them, but if you were gonna wear this for like Halloween or a party or anything like that, you would definitely wanna add some lash glue or something that's gonna hold them on. And I did biggest by my ear, and they get a little bit smaller, and then the smallest as they go out, and I kind of fanned them out a little bit. And then I put one tiny one at each little inner corner of the eye. Back with that black, and back with the smudging. Put that on my mouth, and then I decided to put some jewels all over my chest, like where my bones are on my chest. And I glued them on with lash glue because they are not sticky. They were from Joann's as well. Now I'm using that blue cream color from NYX. I'll put the exact name and all that in the description bar below, but I'm just using that as lipstick. I'm using an angled brush for that because I think angled brushes just make lips so much easier. And this cream product is actually a cream shadow, but you can use it for whatever. I also patted some of that highlighter onto my lips, and now I'm drawing my little lines going down. The horn was a pain in the ass to put on. I tried to glue it with spirit gum. It didn't work. I actually had to go in with more 3rd degree, put it onto the area where the hole is, and build it up around the horn And I didn't get it on camera because it was just, like I said, a complete pain in the butt. But that is how I got it on there, was just by using 3rd degree, and I literally had to hold it for 10 minutes while it cured until it was completely dry. So keep that in mind if you try that if you let go, it will fall. I put lashes on, used my white liquid liner and turned them white. And this is the finished look. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope you're ready for Halloween. Let me know what you want to see. Love you guys. Bye.